something was going on in my background, like whatever's going on in my chat, it wouldn't allow. It kept on scrolling incorrectly and things like that. So I don't know what it was actually doing. So I just said, let me come back out and then restream. Restream what it was that I was doing. Hopefully people jump back on here and chat with it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Stories about you know. We miss our friends. You know what I mean? I've had some friends. We miss our people who've been brutally murdered. You know what I'm saying? Took on their lives. Like, why do people just not care about people's lives and just take another person's life away? Like, you know what I mean? I get mad at people, but not everybody that I want to kill. I might have said it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. You know, like some people deserve. You know what I'm saying? They deserve not to go through the law. Um, that's This is some of the laws is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? One person shouldn't, because of their race, should get treated any different. What's up out the pit, man? What's going on, man? Miss you big time, brother. Miss you big time. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody be trying to come on the Fracas show to be saying anything. Y'all didn't help smoke them all off. We ain't got no trolls no more. We ain't got no trolls, man. You know what I mean? To make it more than fun. And you guys, man, y'all answers and y'all questions, you know what I'm saying? I'm at to have to come up with some of y'all questions and get on y'all live and stuff and answer some questions. And some of the ones that Van be asking, man, them joints be crazy. You know what I'm saying? How's Sackcloth Queen, man? How's RP underscore Bam Bam and Smooth and all them? You know what I mean? Hope everybody is okay on your side. And your kiddos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I kind of got on here because they was doing a fundraiser for my friend's daughter. She was brutally killed from by her husband. Um, and they going to court for it and they trying to, let them free with bail. And, it's just crazy the amount, that they do for a human life. Like, they do more for a pet. Like, Mike Pitt did some stuff to some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did more. They try to put more time on him than they try to put on my friend's, husband. Tornado Harper. I don't know, but now your stuff is like scrolling. So I thought I had a bad connection, but I don't know why your stuff is keep on scrolling. So I can't really see some of the questions that actually things you're saying out the pit. If you're still on there, hit me again because I'm saying I can't see his chat, but I see yours. Okay, you said hi. Okay, I see that one. The other one is keep on scrolling. It's like a scroll thing. You know what I mean? Like it's trying to connect or something like that. But yeah, y'all subscribe, you know what I mean? Oh, day, okay. Yeah, you're right, man. Appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? But people subscribe, yo. Please subscribe. I need subscribers. I'm trying to prove some things. I'm an underdog. And anybody can do it. We all underdogs, you know what I'm saying? We all gotta support each other, you know what I mean? To get somewhere. Can't make nothing by itself. You know what I mean? Car don't work without oil, engines, ball joints, and transmission fluid and all that. You know what I mean? Cake don't rise without all that, without the butter, the eggs, the cheese. You know what I mean? How many more subs do you need? I need about 65. I need as many as I can get. It's 16 on here. I can take 16, like 16 bars. You know what I mean? I spent a sweet 16 if I get 16 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 7. I guess I gotta spend 7 bars. Oh, it back up to 10. Somebody trying to hear me say something? I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's about life, y'all. Subscribe. You know what I mean? I know we all, share somebody that he said subscribe now. He said he's scaring y'all. Boo. Y'all better subscribe now. Y'all scared or a little scared, check me out though, y'all. Check on Ant Like the Bug. Subscribe, y'all. I'm looking for subscribe, trying to push it on. What's up, fat, ha 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 ha, fat Nick her. Okay. I'm gonna play with that one. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Subscribe there. We all gotta be careful how we say that one, right? But yeah, man, like I said, it's life is just it's crazy and it shouldn't be taken away from us by nobody. You know what I mean? some of the things that we think that we don't enjoy in life, and then we find out that the person did. Maybe they enjoy going home to their family. Maybe they enjoy going to work. They might have complained about it, but they kept going. Why? They might have liked the paycheck. Or they might have liked somebody at their job. You just never know. There's no need for you to be fair to take them away from you. You lost 15 people. Nah, I ain't lose 15 people. If they wasn't a part of it anyway. But it's all good. In this life, man, it happens. I see it go up and jump down all the time. You know what I mean? They just want to see me slap somebody or push somebody or spit on somebody's face or, you know, knock my own teeth out, you know what I mean? Watch it bleed or sleep, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, beat my dog. I don't know, scratch my back. I got a back scratcher. They probably would turn around and subscribe to that. You know what I mean? Bed bugs or something like that. I don't know. It's just it'd be surprising what people turn around, subscribe to, and watch. You know what I mean? My mom would sit and watch people pop pimples. You know what I mean? She'll watch surgeons pop pimples on the TV show. But ask her to watch my YouTube, she probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just sometimes what people vibe for. You know what I mean? Maybe they have a conversation. There's plenty of times I got on here and, you know what I'm saying, and people conversated with me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to have companies conversate with me. So they can say, hey, read this, read that. You know what I mean? Advertise this, advertise that, Hey, I'm back. Yeah, yeah, don't leave me. Don't leave me on here by myself. Don't leave me on my myself. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't really, I can't say I don't do this for the subscribers because I'm trying to get to the point where I get monetized, and I'm also trying to get to the point where I can show people they can do this, or show people because they thought that I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you got Tubi, you can go on Tubi and watch The Silent Crisis on Tubi. I was executive producer to it. Young lady I grew up with, she wrote, produced it, directed. You know what I mean? She asked me to be on it. I'm actually on a couple of scenes. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about my acting ability or something like that, or talk about the movie itself. So yeah, and I'm trying to read in for people commercials and then show people that, hey, you can do it. You from the hood, you can do it. You from the farm, you can do it. You from what they call them, trailer community, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You homeless, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? We all peoples, we humans, we can do it. You know what I mean? Subscribe, y'all. Watch The Silent Crisis on Tubi. Tubi is free. You know what I mean? So yeah, they jump on and off of here. Like I said, it's not really a big deal. Again, it's therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, what I could say is, when you think that you just don't know what you can do, what you're capable of doing, or what people might like, it is what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I saw someone blocking people, but still had 2,000 views. Yeah, you know what I mean? But they probably was arguing with him or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't have to argue with nobody. I mean, sometimes I get some people on here that troll and they go back and forth with me. And they wind up subbing, you know what I mean? They might laugh about something that I might have said. Yet you just got three and don't block people for what? You know what I'm saying? They block. I'm already letting them in my life when I turn live on. And they don't need to put them on live and then block them. You know what I mean? They can't say nothing to do nothing to me that's going to hurt my feelings. At the end of that, they might subscribe. You know what I'm saying? They might subscribe if I turn around and do that. You know what I mean? Maybe subscribe so they can keep coming on my shows and saying something to me. Maybe that be the case. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes haters can be motivators. You know what I'm saying? They might find something in me that's a content that, I never thought about doing. You know? But yeah, just don't put yourself in the box, y'all. Don't say what you can do. You do what people say you can't. You know what I mean? You can just try. That's it. You know, But you got a lot of elements of the world that tries to date now. Your car breaking down, maybe jobs. You know, might not. Might mispay you, might not pay a check. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might get in your way in traffic. Stuff might get cut off. Utilities. It could be car note, car insurance, child support, custody. What's your favorite day of the week? If you had to pick a day, what would be your favorite day of the week? You know what I mean? I don't know what my day. I think it usually is a payday. So whatever day that I get paid, I think that's to be my favorite day of the week. Like let's say I win the lottery or income tax or this big check or y'all know that's coming or something. That's that day that I think that I like. I feel like I'm there. You said Wednesday. Why Wednesday? It's the middle of the week. The way it sound. Why Wednesday? Why not Thursday? You know what I mean? You thirsting for the weekend to come. I don't know. You say Wednesday. Well, why? Because a wacky Wednesday used to have it. You used to grow a Freaky Friday, Thirsty Thursday, Moping Monday. I used to have a basketball practice on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Oh, you can ball? Okay. What position you play? Okay. You still play ball? Or you used to have basketball practice on Wednesday? Oh, well, that don't mean that you still don't play ball. You still play ball now? And what position you play? Oh, well, offensive. Okay. So that means you still play. Okay. Well, I like the name Tornado Harbor. I hear you with that. I'm scared of tornadoes too. I'm gonna tell you that. Oh yeah, season. What kind of? Hey, you can watch Delaware Dogs basketball. We got on here on OG Network, or you can on YouTube. You should watch them. They're 11-3, man. They playing for the ABA, man. They reaching their goals. So, what I mean. That's definitely something that you can watch when you talk about overcoming and doing the odds of something. Had an ABA as an actual league, not just monopolizing the NBA. You know what I mean? I said I'm always open, but only 9 passes to me. Only one passes to me? Or only one passes to me. It's okay. As long as you make the shot that when he passed it to you or when you got that ball, all you would do is worry about yours. When you got to do what you got to do, you do your completion. Don't worry about this. You know what I mean? It's cool being open. They'll see you open and listen. You know how you take a test and they be like, the person finished fast, but the person got a lot of wrong answers. But say the person finished every answer with the correct answer, but he didn't answer. But he didn't get a chance to finish the test. You know that more so that person gets hired is the person that answers correctly and more questions. I'm saying correctly. Not the person that turned around and finished the test. Now, if the person that finished the test answered it correctly as irrelevant, then it's probably considered a genius. And that would be spectacular. But don't count yourself out. That's it. Because they ain't giving you the ball like you want. You be around, you do your job. That's all you could do. Just think about the water boy. Just think about the floor person that come out there and mop all sweat. You know what I mean? He get all that sweat about the floor. Make sure y'all don't slip. Do anybody be telling him like, nobody never do nothing to test you? You know what I mean? You got a job to do. You just do it, youngin. Don't worry about it. You be the best at what you do. Oh, you in 4th grade? Man, you got time. Don't worry about that. You're going to take the ball. They're going to give you the ball. You do your thing. Listen, every time they get that ball to you, you perfect your shots so that when they know they get the ball to you, they know a tornado going to spin it. You know what I'm saying? They know tornado going to drop that. I did take the ball. See, sometimes you got to do that. You got to come through like a tornado. He said, the playoffs, oh, you're showing off. You was showing off. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Don't let it hold you back, man. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta do it. You gotta show off sometimes, especially if you're talented, man. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. But you gotta do it sometime. Yeah, and then when you took it, make sure you made that shot though, because you had to make it more worth reasoning for how you did it, what you did. You know what I mean? But hey, it's the playoffs, and you know what I mean. You standing good. But check out Delaware Dogs, man. They came a long way, man. I think they was like 3-17 last year or something like that. And they like 11-3, something like that. It was something crazy. You said you did make it. Oh, you did make it. Oh, then you the man, Tornado. You the man. Sometimes you gotta take it. Sometimes you gotta give it. You know what I mean. But as long as you do your job, that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Once you took it, you initiated that the fact you took it, and then you took control. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta do that. You know what I mean? But always be a team player because you can't do it by yourself. You couldn't get blocked. Somebody stepping in the way, you and him by yourself, couldn't get across the floor by yourself. You know what I mean? In softball, I had a thermostat RLW, the most RLW. Oh, you are just an all-around athlete, huh? You the all-around. Oh man, I hope they ain't hating on you, man. Be humble, man. If you given a talent like that, be humble, man. Make sure you know that you're not doing it by yourself. I mean, yes, you're doing it with your God, whomever your God or your natural, with your religion or spirituality may be involved. But understand you ain't make all that by yourself. Somebody got to catch that ball. Somebody got to throw that ball. Somebody got to be behind them calling the ball. Somebody got to be, you got refs. I play 4 sports, by the way. Damn, who's your octopus, young boy? You a spider? What you got? How many arms you got? Dang, he said I play 4 sports. So what's the other? What's all 4 sports? Tell me tennis. Tell me tennis. Possibly track or swimming. All right, I'm on calling out sports. All right, go ahead. You tell me what the other. Tell me all of them. What's the other? What's the other for you? Volleyball. Oh, I used to love volleyball and softball, soccer. Oh yeah, those are some running games. Them some running games, especially soccer, yo. And I used to love volleyball. Okay, dang, okay. All right, I see that. That's a very active. In our family reunion, we played volleyball all the time. And then I remember in school when I got into high school, they kind of played it a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I was already good at it. Even though I was like a heavy set kid, I could jump, run, play basketball. I can't say that I couldn't play soccer. I couldn't do no tricks or nothing like that. But I was quick. I could get a little bit of control. Somebody could probably take the ball from me, but I could probably get it down. You know what I'm saying? I can kick it. Soccer. You know what I'm saying? I kicked the ball somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do all the tricks, throwing it back behind my back, bumping it on my head and all that. You know what I mean? Doing all the, flips and all that. I couldn't do none of that, but I could kick it. But I like playing every sport, honestly. But I never like really played it, jumping in Girl Scouts. Oh, and Girl Scouts. Oh, okay. Well, I used to eat the Girl Scout cookies. I used to like the oh man, what is they're the plain shortbreads, the regular shortbreads. That's what. Um, I know a lot of people used to like the peanut butter cake chocolate ones. It was like the candy cakes, the tasty cake. I don't know. You probably wouldn't know that tasty cake was a Philadelphia like bakery franchise, kind of like Hostess, but they used to have these called candy cakes, and it was like peanut butter. It was like chocolate with peanut butter, and then like a breading, like a cakeish thing. What was the name of those? They call those in y'all Girl Scouts. Dang, what was the name of them doggone cookies? My mom used to like the mint ones too, but it was whatever them chocolate with the peanut butter ones. My mom liked them. There are 9 flavors. Huh? There are 9. What you mean, 9 cookies? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that's what they call them, flavors, though? Flavors. Duh. Pardon me. Flavors. Did I just say flavors? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that's what you meant to say. There are 9 flavors. Oh, I didn't realize there was that many, though. I did. Oh, there's lemon. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's lemon. I seen the chocolate, the peanut butter when I said cake and shortbread. Then it's another one. Well, of course, it said 9. Um, I think it's like a coconut one or something like that. Um, Dang. Yeah, I remember the mint one. I know there's some kind of mint one. Um, I would eat the lemon one sometime. I'm trying to think what other ones. Yeah, I can only remember like 5. I didn't know it was like 9 of them though. You know, you ever beat the quota anytime that you sold? Have you ever beat the quota of whomever? And, it's crazy because I don't remember growing up and I don't know. This is nothing towards nothing, but I don't remember them having selling Girl Scout cookies too much in the hood until after I got older. I remember we had the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts, but I don't remember them having Thin Mint. That's the name of them. Thank you. I knew I wasn't crazy. I was kept trying to think of because that's what they were, thin and mints. Yeah. Um, I remember the lemon ones, the whatever that chocolate peanut butter cake one. I don't know what that one is. We used to call them candy cakes from then and the mint things would be like their other ones. Well, then we also had a cream one that was like that was chocolate on chocolate with white cream. That was almost like the peanut butter one. Trefoils, yes, I remember them. With truffles there, people that lemon up. Yeah, yeah, that's how they was. And you mentioned that, I don't know that one. In bags. Huh? Adventure, adventurefuls in bags. I don't know what that. Explodes Moors. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Explodes Moors was like theirs, who was like the cream chocolate cracker, graham cracker thing. Yeah, it was kind of like that, but it was they just didn't have graham crackers. Do it yourself. Okay, okay, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, yeah. I do kind of remember that though. That's crazy. Yeah, Girl Scout cookies. I don't remember them being in a neighborhood like that when we lived in a neighborhood. I swear I don't. I remember them when I got older and I moved to other areas. I remember them, but I don't remember them growing up through most of my childhood though. I seem like I remember them. I must probably say that I became an adult. Mm. But I could be wrong. It could be wrong. Um, I don't know if they was just like, oh, they can't afford them, or we was gonna eat them. Can I speak up? Oh yeah, yes I can. I'm sorry. I thought. Well, I actually got my phone all the way up, so that's kind of weird. Um, yeah, I am gonna start setting my mic up though, so that would be that's probably why. Maybe it might also be because of the way I got my phone situated too. Could be have something to do with that. Could be. Um, yeah, I don't know. Well, please. Oh no, I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that. What was I saying? But yeah, um, as I was saying, yeah. So like I said, I don't remember them actually. Okay, yeah. It was. Hey, listen. Well, I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you subscribed. I'm glad you stopped through. Want you to have a great night. Get ready for school. Get ready for your games. Wish you luck. Going good and all of it. All right. Yeah. See, it's people like that, y'all, that makes it feel good, to support people. All right. Oh, all right then. I see you. I see you. I see you. So you can't hear me now, then? You tell me you can't hear me now? I did try to speak up, but I don't know. Maybe that's why people jump off of here. They can't hear me properly. It could be possible. Yes, I'll be on tomorrow. I really won't know what time. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday. Oh, I got school tomorrow, so it'll probably be after. It'll probably be late. It'll probably be after 10 o'clock or something like that. I might even jump on in the afternoon time. I'm not sure yet. Like, we got a doctor's appointment, which I forgot about. Yeah. So, yeah, I got a doctor's appointment I gotta go to. Make sure I shower up tonight. Smell good. Excuse me. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow though. Mm. Out the pit, what's good? What's good, man? Glad you back, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. How you doing, man? Man, I got good people on here telling me good stuff, man. That's all I like. I like hearing good stuff. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. It's a he was a surprise of many, man. And that's why I said that's the thing about good people. They don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a lot more of a story that could be explained, and that's why I had to give him utmost respect, man. Cedric, we had on tonight on Philly Talk, y'all. Great dude, y'all. Great dude. Like, honestly, you don't appreciate that, man. Like, I'm glad that Ronnie gave me to for OG Network gives me the job to do that because um it makes me feel like I see good product. Like having to be like, I don't know, you wasn't on the or yes, you was. And, I look at myself as an investor. So I feel like if I'm about trying to do good product about something, then that's what it's all about. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like me seeing good in people makes me feel like I see good product. You know what I mean? Me seeing like regular people, like I can't wait to bring other people. Then I'm like, thank you, man. Thank you. I really be like I got so many more. That's the crazy thing. And I feel like I don't think we think about every little bit of person we know in our life that gear and the engine and oils who you become. You know what I'm saying? We got some gangsters that was in our life, some killers that was in our life. Like, I'm not no crowd of lawyers, and like you feel like you met everybody, and it was all an instrument of the respect that they might give you, or they might have taught you or told you something, either in confidence or just taught you something just in game or gang, N or gang. You know what I'm saying? You got three ways. Um, and I think, like I said, like for somebody to want to do stuff for others, and it ain't about. I mean, yeah, he made it his business to get paid to do it, but he didn't always get paid to do it, and wasn't getting paid the money he was getting paid now to do it. You know what I'm saying? You back, Tornado was good. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. What's up? What's up? How you doing? You back? So yeah, so it just makes it good, you know what I mean? Where somebody like you knew from as a kid, again, he wasn't the type that was how should I say? That was the one that was bullying people. He was the one that possibly was like people tried to bully him and tried to like I say he wasn't a big dude at all. So you know what I mean. I had to take the hat off. That like that's what happened. The streets teach you stuff, and then like you said, then he went for martial arts and let people always be thinking like, oh, when people go to boxing and martial arts, it ain't so much about beating nobody up. It's sometimes just giving you the confidence of defense. You know what I'm saying? You offensive, but you confidence about your defense. You know what I'm saying? Homie was cool and had great stories. Yo, man, I'm listening. Said funny, man, and he did. Like I said, the fact that he did that, like I remember him, and I remember some of the places we talked about. I remember some of the people he talked about. You know what I mean? Like he said, we can say that we all did. We did grow up with Kevin Hart. We did grow up with Gilly and Wallow, but they lived on the other side. But you know what I mean? We was in the presence of them. We know them, and like you said, they was who they was. And then you see them ride again. That's why I look at we was regular people. That's why I look at what I'm doing right now. We regular people. And when he said, "Would you get them on there?" No, I would get them on there, but it'd be like I would if they would ask, of course. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but he said, if I take the time to learn martial arts, somebody getting their ass whipped, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what he probably said. I'm gonna go fuck some people up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna whoop some ass. Ooh, I can't wait for somebody to do something. I tell them not to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how cops are. But you gotta look at like he's not even a cop. He's a security officer that you're respecting, and he got his own company, and you respecting that he's asking you, hey, no, not, can't you, no, you can't go back here, you can't do this, you can't do that. People trying to threaten you, talk crap, do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I'm not, worrying about you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't never want to put that on my piece because I know me. I probably would have flipped a long time ago. Like I be trying to flip, not flip, and I be, my disability be kind of keeping me back from running my mouth. And I'm like, I've been to talk something and I can't even do nothing. I be like, yeah, you know what? And all of a sudden my hands, legs stop working. I'm collapsing. I'm like, yeah, you come over here. They don't know that they come over there. I might fall off the car. But yeah, man, I just when I talked to him, I was like, yo, man, I think I need to talk to you on the show. You know what I mean? Especially when you talk about Frank Lucas stories. I was like, you what? And I'm like, yo, you had the privilege of being a security for Frank Lucas, not Frank White. We talking about Frank Lukey, baby. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, just to sit there and think about that, man, like that's wild. That's really wild. You know what I'm saying? I'll be all at the mailbox threatening mailman, slam my mailbox again. Yo, I be threatening people on here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what? Why? I mean, walking in the stores with Chinese or any Asian person like, so, what style you fight? What are you? Chinese? Yo, walk like a dog. I take it back to the 70s on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Huh. Yeah. You don't want none of it. You don't want that shit. Yo, listen, they was bad. Listen, man, people talk about how, like, who the most fightingest people. Yo, the Chinese, bro, and martial arts was the most. They was the baddest fightingest people because they would go anywhere to go fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? They'll come across the country with a stick and a scarf or clothes. They just call vagabonds sitting there with slides on their feet, pants hanging like what you call them? Hot. Oh man, what's some joints called? When they be the hot waters on, sitting there with no shirt, talking about what style you fight, and they came all the way across the country to fight you to find out what style you fight. That's how bad they was back then. You know what I'm saying? They'll fight the whole school just to prove and die. They fight the whole school to die, the master and everything else, avenging deaths. They do everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know they was bad back then, yo. Shoot. You see, I'll be like Dragonfly Jones, silence, silence. Yo, my favorite part with Dragonfly Jones is when he was at the ATM, but when he went to walk away and boy grabbed his arm, he hit the jaw like, and he looked at his arm at the boy like grabbing his arm. Yo, put him right at a stop. He said, "What's up, bro? I'm back. What's good?" Gago Garcia, what's good with you? Hey, 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 hey. How you feel? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we talking about martial arts. You know what I'm saying? If you learned it, what would you do with it? Would you be just out there beating people up? Would you just be beating ass, kicking ass because you learned something? Have a good night? Are you out? You don't know what I'm saying? Have a good what? Yeah, but I'm saying I did learn martial arts as a kid though, but then my dad was like, I don't want you out there fighting. And I was like, all right, you know what I mean? But then I used to get chased home. And then I stopped getting chased home. Hold up, I'll come back. All right, well, I'll be here for a little bit. So, it kept me from getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I will say that, but kept me limber. You know what I'm saying? I like jumping rope. Like they ain't had nothing to do with actually. He didn't teach me how to do that. I learned how to do that myself. Which I like jumping rope and boxing and stuff like that because of the fact like it kept you on your feet. You know what I'm saying? It kept you like like especially if you're under the board, you're playing basketball or you know what I mean, or you running, you dancing, you know what I'm saying? It just kept you on your feet. Somebody, came in the room, you just jump up, boom. It just had you, I don't know, it kept me active. So I like the jump rope till my leg muscles started deteriorating and it became traumatic where I became under fall risk. So I can't do that for some time. I don't know if I ever be able to get back to that to be able to jump rope again, but I love jumping rope though. I used to run in it. You know what I mean? Only thing I couldn't do was this. But I could run in it. I could jump backwards. I could do everything else. I could dance in that jump, two-stepping over here, one over there. You know what I mean? Doing all kinds of stuff. That was the only thing I couldn't do. Couldn't stop and do that. Welcome to the dojo, Gael. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did like it. But I loved watching martial arts, you know what I'm saying? And different styles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But all of it was all like a craftiness and a skill, you know what I'm saying? But back then, like, man, black belt theater, man, that kept you in the house Saturday afternoon, at least till about 2. You know what I mean? He was watching that joint from like 11:30 to like 2 o'clock. Really, it came on about 12, but sometimes they'd sneak up 1 or 2 of them in there. You know what I mean? And you be in the house about 2, 3 o'clock. Then they try to put that corny ass kung fu joint on. I ain't like kung fu I can't think of his name. My dad used to watch him, but I didn't really care for him like that. I think when the first couple of them, like when they came out, I was like, damn, what's this dude's name? And it's not to knock him or nothing. Don't get me wrong. I just did. I don't think I liked it because my dad did. My dad liked him. I think that was the reason I didn't like him. I can't think of the dude's name, but the white guy. And I think that was the other part. It was like, he gonna be Hey, how you gonna do that? No. Hmm. I mean, but I wasn't wanting to believe the story anyway. And then I used to be mad because I was like, why is my dad believing this story? Like, he's a Bruce Lee fan, like Jackie Chan fan. Like, why are you even watching this? You know what I'm saying? I used to make it was like a cowboy, a martial cowboy. I guess they call it martial law, martial arts cowboy. Like, I don't know. He just did act, but what was his name? I can't. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. But yeah, I couldn't really watch him. He was always in the desert. You know what I mean? He was always it just looked fake. Even the martial arts looked fake. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. What's that boy name? Look him up, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? What was his name? That show used to make me mad. Like, don't you look at some shows like back then that made you mad or some joints you was just happy about? Is this a show out there that you ashamed about really liking, but you be like, yo, I really like that show, but you don't want nobody to know you liked it? Like you think you're a nut ass nigga because somebody like, you like that shit? Like, you like that junk? And they be like, it might be like something like, let's say like PBS Arthur, you know what I'm saying, the book John, or Reading Rainbow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this something that you like that you don't want nobody to know you liked it, like a cartoon or you know what I'm saying, or a TV show? Something was corny. Three's Company, yeah, out the fence. I like Three's Company. I ain't ashamed to say it. You know what I'm saying? I like oh man, Wonder Years. I like the Wonder Years, the white version. Three's Company was funny. He was funny as hell, yo. What else joints you ain't want nobody to know? You watch for real. You know what I'm saying? You be like, no, I ain't want nobody to know I watched that, John. Oh, I got one for you. I'm gonna give y'all a chance though. I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Name something that y'all watched. Name something that y'all watch that y'all be like, y'all would tell, your average street or person or like maybe a girl you really like, you be thinking they gonna not think you know cool anymore if they know you watching something. You love Saved by the Bell? Yo, Saved by the Bell was the shit. That was Anthony Anderson and what was the kid name? The main kid, Josh. Oh no, what was his name? Yo, Saved by the Bell. Yep, Saved by the Bell was also one. Yo, I like that Saved by the Bell. Who else watched Saved by the Bell, y'all? Don't be fronting. What TV show y'all watch? Y'all ashamed to tell somebody or not? You be like, yeah, I watched that. Y'all might be from the hood, or it was a childhood joint, or you know the words. I remember in Channel 12, I used to hear the song be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do 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 8. Do do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8. Do 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 like whatever the favorite number was for the day. 9. It be going on and on. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Wait a minute. Golden Girls. Yo, what about the Golden Girls, yo? Okay, you might have been thug, but you was like, man, I'm gonna watch that, John. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever type of movie y'all watch and y'all ashamed to say it is. Say it ain't so. Oh man. Oh, what was the other John? It was an old show. Oh man, it was an old show. Yeah, Golden Girls was good, right? Golden Girl was great, man. That shit was funny. Yo, tell me, like, did you ever anything in your mind on the Golden Girls? Oh, Mama's Family? Yeah, Mama's Family was funny as shit. Mama's Family was funny as shit. Oh, snap. Yo. No, I don't know if you remember this soap. Everybody used to watch this John Soap. Soap was crazy. I'm not so. It wasn't like the soaps. The soap had a series. It was called Soap, but it got to be real weird. It was an old comedy joint, but that was like that probably wasn't nothing corny though back then. Soap was that shit back then. Let me see. Who else probably had a good show? Oh, Andy Griffith show. Opie Taylor. So so one time, uh, my wife used to watch that. You know what I mean? The one that passed. She loved Andy Griffith show, right? So she's sitting there watching it, and her daughter home from college, and she's looking at. She was doing her mom's hair. So while she's doing her mom's hair, she's listening to the Andy Griffith show. So it's coming on the Andy Griffith show. Starring Andy Griffith or Randall Cunningham, maybe Don Knotts, and Andy Griffith. I forgot what Aunt May. Was it Aunt May? Something like that. Now look, Randy done jumped up and she think I'm whistling for her. Oh, yo, I hated MASH. Oh my God, I could not stand MASH. Yo, I wanted to shoot them. Yo, I couldn't stand. Oh, he said back. Oh man, those was back in the day. MASH. I couldn't stand MASH. But but here's the funny thing. While we doing it, my daughter goes, why y'all always watching this old show? So my wife was like, because I like it. She was like, yeah, but I mean, you could be watching something else. Then what did she turn around? I said, what did I miss? We talking about TV shows that you be ashamed of telling somebody you like. He said, little House on Prairie grew on you. Well, listen, while she started whistling it, like a couple of days later, she called herself whistling. I looked at her, I ain't even say nothing. I told her about 2 weeks later, like, remember you said? But anyway, Little House on Prairie, yo, used to watch that. I don't know how to, I couldn't watch that one. I ain't watched that one. Now I liked him. I liked what's the name when he was on the Bonanza. Let me see. No, I don't think I've probably ever watched the Little House on the Prairie show. You know what I mean? But hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? Yeah, but this was talking about a show that you watched it really wasn't a cool show, but you ain't really tell people that you watched it. You might have liked it. And one of them was, the Golden Girls, Mama's Family. I don't know. This might be a little bit older shows for you, but I know you've seen Golden Girls, Tornado. But Little House on the Prairie, you possibly also seen too. Who knows what you might like, But sometimes some old shows or some of them little, TV corny ball shows that we wind up liking, and we just don't, you'd be like, oh, like I ain't want to. Oh, listen. I remember when Dirty Dancing came out with Patrick Swayze, right? And this was like in the '89s. My grandma used to watch it. So after a while, I was high and sat down and got zoned in. Yeah, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, they go running through the field, and grazing the farm. They probably was like, wow, what kind of plant is that? What kind of cow and horse is that? Look at them feeding it. Oh, is that crazy? You know what I mean? Look at them boots he got on. Did he just really milk that cow? My teacher has the Little House on the Prairie book. See? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like people grew up off of that stuff. Grew up off of that, reading those or you know what I mean, watching those, but
Again, you never know what the people was in their house watching lamb chops. The little hand down, the little lamb chop. That's what he was, lamb chop. He's just a little puppet hand thing. Some people might like Teletubbies or SpongeBob or certain cartoons. You know what I mean? Certain TV shows. You know what I'm saying? They might have made it like Three Stooges, Leave It to Beaver. You know what I mean? Old shows. You know what I mean? Um, you know, all kinds of little old shows. Like Leave It to Beaver used to be funny. Plushy. Lamb chops was trash. Yeah, I ain't like lamb chops either. I ain't like lamb chops either. Now Sesame Street had the bombest Muppets ever, yo. Because either you had the Muppets show or you had Sesame Street, their Muppets. But I think they had the most bomb. I think they had the bombest ones, honestly. Now I do remember it was this one joint used to come on HBO, and it was called Fraggle Rock. Yeah, Leave It to Beaver was dope. Yo, that joint used to be funny, yo. Leave It to Beaver, yo. I used to be cracking up laughing at Eddie Haskell. Beaver used to be funny. His brother, yo, man. I used to be cracking and laughing. I think I used to try to watch Father and Son, but it wasn't funny as Leave It to Beaver, though. Because I actually watched him grow up. You know what I'm saying? Him and his brother. Those joints used to be so funny. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Damn. I'm trying to think whatever little weird show. Sesame Street was top notch. Yo, Sesame Street had all the Bond characters. Listen, even the entertainers wanted to come on Sesame Street. Even entertainers want to come on Sesame Street. Who ain't want to come on Sesame Street? Rappers, everybody want to come on Sesame Street. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't be nobody unless you came on Sesame Street. Yo, what street you claim? You be like Sesame Street. Somebody be laughing, but they be like, you can get me on there though? I mean, you got a plug? Like, who you plug around there? I know the Cookie Monster, right? No, you don't know the Cookie Monster, dog. Man, I know the Cookie Monster and Elmo. Elmo, you know Elmo? Elmo, which street of Elmo we going? Nah, I can't tell you that, bros. You know what I'm saying? Because got to go there. Cause got to go through Big Bird. Big Bird and Mr. Snuffleupagus. What? You said doo 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 Elmsboro. Exactly. Listen, Elmsboro. Listen, I want to know who's the boss on Sesame Street. That's it. Now we got to figure out who's the most iconic on Sesame Street. Out of all times, who's the real pimp on Sesame? Who that dude, the king and queen on Sesame Street now? Because remember, at one point we had Miss Piggy. I mean, she was on the Muppets, but she also was on Sesame Street. A lot of characters was also on both. He said, Elmo Tornado? Elmo's the boss? Why? Because it came out with Elmo's World. They ain't come out with nobody else's world. Ernie and Bert World. Couldn't be two. You know what I'm saying? Out the pit, who's your pick? Kermit? Yo, Kermit the Frog was the boss, yo. Yeah, listen, a tornado, that's one to be kicking. They said Miss Piggy, Kermit and Piggy all the way, right? All right, but who's that chick on Sesame Street now? Like who is that chick? And you say Elmo's that guy? I don't know. I don't know. We might have to do a vote on that. Who's the head chick? Who is the boss chick? The boss queen on Sesame Street. He said Kermit and Miss Piggy. And Tornado said Elmo. She can't find another. You gotta find one, Tornado. You gotta throw the queen. I'm gonna give you allowed to do that. I might name this after you tonight. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yo, she played four sports too. She a young buck though, but she played four sports. But yo, he said Kermit. And here's the funny thing: I didn't even think about Kermit, even though I said the Muppets. I did not think about Kermit. Like I just was like, I don't even know why. That'd be funny. Yeah, who is the real boss now? I mean, hey, did Kermit ever pass away? We don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Grover, like, where is Grover at, yo? Like, did Grover ever be like, is Grover considered a hater? Who was Elmo's hater? Kermit even had a whole hater on him, the blue. You know what I'm saying? That's like colors. You know what I'm saying? It's like gang right there, blue against green and pink. Yo, that's crazy. He gonna say Kermit, yo. I don't even know why I wasn't even thinking Kermit. That's the funny thing. When I said it, I was not even thinking of him at all. Yo, that is too funny. What's that say? Abby and Elmo, I'm shipping them. Okay. She said Abby and Elmo. Yeah, Abby. I don't know. Abby kind of way to go, but Miss Piggy was knocking people out though. Miss Piggy was beating. She was beating the men up. They were scared of Miss Piggy. I don't know. She might have been an all-time boss though. Now I used to like Animal, but you know what I mean. I used to be like, Animal is just the crazy one. Like ain't nobody gonna mess with him. They let him do whatever he want. Now I'm trying to think Kermit. Yo, but about Grover though, who's Grover? Who Grover considered? Is Grover a hater, y'all? The purple Teletubby. Now, why you think the purple Teletubby out of all the Teletubbies? Yeah, the purple one. But what was the difference? Don't you be racist now. You know what I'm saying? Be color struck. I'm just playing. You know what I mean? Why the purple one though? You know what I'm saying? Dr. the Berry, Sweet of the Jews. No, I'm just playing. Purple Teletubby. Um, Let me see. I couldn't get into the Teletubbies. You know what I would say about the Teletubbies? I ain't gonna lie. I am going. I am going to admit that I watched the Teletubbies. My son used to watch the Teletubbies, but let me tell y'all, yo, it used to put me to sleep when I hear that little baby laugh, and the baby laugh would come with the sunshine. Hee hee. All the little Teletubbies start going, they start singing their song. Yo, I fell asleep every time watching my son. Every time that would come on, y'all, I would fall asleep, yo. It was my favorite joint. I would come home from work. I worked overnight, and the Teletubbies music to put me to sleep. You said the purple Teletubby one, but you never said why the purple Teletubby is your favorite one, or is the boss. She said Abby. That's funny about Abby. I could not get into Teletubby. I couldn't. I didn't either, bro. But when they talk about putting me to sleep, out the pit, I ain't gonna lie. That joint said I used to almost look for that joint. I ain't gonna lie. We talking about being live. Yo, I used to turn the Teletubbies on to put me to sleep. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I used to actually turn it on because it would put me to sleep in the beginning, man. The Big Bird is chopped. You talking about Big Bird, Big Bird? Yo, you can't be going on Big Bird like that. Yo, she gonna say Big Bird is chopped. Yo, Big Bird was like, he was just a big old chump, huh? Yo, Big Bird is on there for nothing. He was just big for nothing. Yeah, he should have been that boy. He like the hut, the job of the hut of Sesame Street. You get that money. Go see Big Bird. Big Bird got the money. Now who really got the money? Who the boss? Kermit. Kermit run the money. He all green. And then you got Miss Piggy. That's his chick. They be acting like they ain't, but I don't think she, I think she go, She's a pig, you know what I mean? She's a pig, Giraffes have purple tongues. Giraffes have purple tongues. Wait a minute. Yeah, where's it? What little giraffe on Sesame Street? Was it? Is Mr. Snuffleupagus Big Bird? Your Big Bird got a purple tongue or something? Wait a minute. Why you say giraffes have purple tongues? Big Bird is chopped. I don't know. Is that the two things that got something to do with each other? Yeah, no, I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch them. Some of them Jones. You know what I mean? I couldn't watch Barney. I could not stand Barney ass. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's the one dinosaur I did not like, yo. I just couldn't. He was just. I think he was too purple and too happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he was a. I don't know. He was too soft. I love you. You love me. Lemons. He freaked me out. Lemons float in water, but limes sink. Dang. Yo, tornado. Yo, watch your language. No, there ain't nothing wrong with what you said. I'm just messing with you. You know, Dad, what was a giraffe? What's the giraffe though? What was you talking about the giraffe? Ain't no giraffe on Sesame Street, right? You got me trying to think if it is. I don't think so. Lemons float in water, but limes sink. Oh, you get vicious. You get vicious like scientific on here right now. Yeah, I'm about to be thinking about eating a snack, and I shouldn't be because it's getting late, but I want to eat a snack. And I probably shouldn't be. They say there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. Yo, tornado, what's going on? Yes, yeah, that is totally true. You going to school? What grade you in? Are you looking this up on Google, or is it something that y'all actually learning in school? Because now you on the path of knowledge right now. It's the sciences. In theory, all same thing. But that is a true statement, only what we can see. But that is here on Earth. As you said, on Earth. In the what? I said no. In the not in the green zone. Well, there are more suns in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. No. In the not. Hmm? Yeah, you Googling enough stuff. Get out of here, yo. That's cute, though. It's funny. No. Well, a tornado, yeah, we're gonna try to jump on here with another day, ask about it. Appreciate you being on there. I'm gonna get off here. I was just gonna be on here for an hour, and I'm a little bit over. I'm a little exhausted because I did a show a little earlier. But I appreciate you stopping through. I'm Ant Like the Bug. Check out the Pit. Check out Philly Talk. We have people from Philly that are amazing. People who grew up to be, just despite their eyes, turned around and been great people. Check us out. Check out some of my lives. Check out some of my views, my shorts, and stuff like that. And it's Ant Like the Bug. As I always say, I appreciate y'all. I cannot hum while holding your nose. You cannot hum while holding your nose. Yes, I can. But anyway, I was letting a little air out. But anyway, y'all, I'm out. I want y'all to visit my page, subscribe, and like the bug, keep y'all posted. I'll jump on. My brother's telling me this. Yeah, he's looking them up. Tell your brother subscribe, and then take your mom, parents' phone, subscribe. I need more subscribers. Hey, Tornado, I'm naming this up after you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna write you down because I can. I'm naming the put this after you, but I appreciate you though, because you were funny. You was able to hang up on here for me for a bit. All right. Holla at you. Holla. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I gotta write it down. I want to make sure I write it down. Damn, why I want to write? Hold on, yo. Yeah, what's going on with my pens? I'm about to get mad now. I'm about to get totally mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here trying to write stuff and it ain't writing nothing. Yeah, why am I up here writing on nothing? I gotta find something to write on. Here we go. I still think, I'll say you bye. I'm gonna name this after you. Anyway, but I am, or I'm gonna title this even the Turner. I wanted to have that comment that comment come up again about the Sesame Street, 'cause that was funny. All right, Tornado Harbor. Yeah, they was funny. All of them was on that. Or that we definitely was funny. Really had that topic talk out the pit. Thank you for coming through, y'all. Check out the pit, y'all. I'm a little beat, bro. I need to catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna catch up sometime this week, man. Miss you much. RP underscore Bam Bam. Ron's opinion don't matter. Chop AK-47, Fattatula, top to bottom. We're away from here. Y'all check out OG Network. But I'm out of here, y'all. I salute out the pit. I get with you. Tornado, have a good night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Much love, brother.